Hi, my name is Pixel Mist, and in this video we're going to find out how to create a mod for the DayZ Standalone. And in this particular mod, we are going to create a knife. So first thing first, we're going to choose the model on sketchfab.com or any website you like, or maybe you will create your own model. And here is the tricky part: is that the triangle, the amount of polygons is limited. For example, for a gun, for a assault rifle, it's about up to 22,000 polygons. So if you reach level higher than 22,000 polygons or 20,000 polygons, your gun might just go invisible, and that's not what you will want it to do, right? So 6 or 7,000 is, I think, okay. Let's download it. While it's downloading, uh, let's go to the DayZ Tools, and you need to mount drive P. Here, I will dismount my drive right now. So here we go. I've mounted the drive P. You will see in your computer that there is additional drive called drive P, and we are going to work inside of the drive P. Everything should be in the drive P. I will leave in the description of this video a link to the files of this lesson. And you will be able to use those files to create your own mod. So the next thing here is actually, I will recommend you to, if you have the file, if you can find this file called DayZ, just go to the DayZ Tools and extract the game data, because it will give you all the latest models, but they will be encrypted. It will give you all the oldest configs, which will be too encrypted, but you will be able to decrypt it with DayZ or other ways with the no, the configs will be not encrypted, so you will be able to use it. So at least for the configs, they will be the last up to date. Okay, great, and let's go. We have downloaded it over here. Next thing, we're going to take a look at the textures. It is okay, right? Looks okay. Next thing, we're going to go to the P drive over here and create the mod folder. Name it the way you want. I will create it melee weapon pack, and I have already put here combat knife model config and data. Why though? Why so? Because those files I'm going to need to create the new knife. I'm going to base it off this knife. You can find it in the weapons, melee, and blade. Here you go. And I'm going I'm going to actually copy the combat knife again. I think I accidentally cut it out from here, right? That's a bad thing. Well, okay. Then I'll use just another one, which looks like the same way as the knife. I guess the fenge knife. What is the fenge knife? Okay, that will do. No, I'll just use hunting knife. Okay, instead. So let's go back to our mod and put it right here. So next thing, we need to create a new file called I haven't done this in a while, so give me some time. I'll pause the video. I forgot how to name it. So here we go. It's a model config. So model CFG. Yeah. And next thing, we are going to use another tool called, let me show you. Where is it? It is the eliteness. Where you can find eliteness. Eliteness. DayZ. Here you go. Micro tools. Download. Now let's go to the to the melee weapons pack, knives, and hunting knife. Double click. Here we have the model config for the hunting knife, and I bet that it is the same as for the combat knife. So let's save it over here. Let's go to the config over here, and we need to find the knife, the combat knife, right? So let's instead write combat knife. Here we go. Close it and delete everything that is underneath of this knife up to over here. So it looks like that. And proxy attachments, I don't think that we are going to need the proxy attachments because it is already made in the game. And delete everything that is higher than your knife up to over here. So it's recording the inventory base class. It has the inventory base class and as the parent, and now child is common knife. But we are creating our knife, so it will be named as melee weapon pack. So it's going to be melee weapon pack. And I don't know what type of knife is it. Tactical knife. Okay, is that the real thing? eBay. I guess. Okay, let's name it this way then. Or you can create a name for your knife the way you want it. I'm just gonna stick to that. Description short. Let's find something about this knife actually and put it into the description. Maybe some description on eBay. I don't know. What is that thing? Buy with confidence. Okay. Oh, here I go, I think. Well, actually, from what I know, it doesn't look like a proper knife because it has very strange handle. You need wrapping around it at least, right? Or it's like a throwing knife, I don't know. Elite Forces tactical knife. Okay, that will do. We want to try to sell it to the player, right? So why not? Okay, here we go. Now let's name this. We don't need the hunting knife anymore. So let's name the combat knife as a what was the name? You see a lot of numbers like that. Just press Shift, right click, copy as path, and paste it right over here. Don't be an idiot. Don't write it yourself. And delete the P drive because the players, they don't have P drive like you. And if you forget to delete the P drive, players will be not able to use your items. They will not see either textures or even models, but they will have the items because the config works. So inventory, knife, yes. And just to make it more interesting, let's make this knife more durable. Uh, yep, yeah. And maybe let's make it like it is a little bit shorter, right? Okay. And of course it's lightweight, as we can see over here. It is like, how much does it weigh? I don't know, it will be 200 grams. It is just for testing purpose. Can it skin bodies? I don't think we can skin someone with that knife. It's really short. It has a short blade, I mean over here. Yes, we can see. Then it goes like a saw over here. So it's useless for skinning, I guess. I'm not a guy who skins, but I think so. Can it be repaired? Yes, I think so. So yeah, let's take a look. The bulk item category. I don't know what does it mean. Animation class, don't touch it because you don't work with animations. Repairable with the kits. Which kits can be used to repair this item? 4. That's an ID for uh, that item that you use to repair your uh, knives. And I guess that's a sharpening stone, I guess, on English. The next thing, rotation flags, it's the way your uh, item is going to lie on the ground. So for example, when we are looking at the, how can I rotate that shit? So when we are looking at the ground, 17, it is like this, because it is already made for the knife. If you're going to put another uh, number, it will be like this, or maybe even like this, I mean. So try to stick with the number that you already have in the config from the previous item. But if it's not for you, you can make it like another number, and you need to experiment with that. Okay, item size. It's not that right? It's not the longest item in the game. It is shorter than the combat knife, or at least we are going to make it. So let's make it smaller. Inventory slot knife. You can understand it just by reading it. Restrain and lock type. I don't know what does it means. Uh, let's try to find out. That's a new string over here. Well, didn't find any info right now, but I'll search it later because when there is a new update, they might up something like restrain and lock type. I haven't seen it before, but honestly, I haven't done much of the melee weapons before, but still I don't remember this string, as well as this one and the bug item category. So I think that's a new thing. Okay, let's go. Range, as you can see, that's basically the range of the attack. Sprint, heavy when you holding, and default. Uh, this part and events and sound weapons, just don't touch it, so it will play the sound the way it should play in the game. And here we go for the materials. So we can stick to the old damage and destruct materials here, and it might work because the materials for the knives, I mean for the items that are damaged and destruct, they're generic. They usually don't contain something specific for the item. But still, we're going to create a new one, right? So let's go. How much time did I spend on it? 15 minutes. Okay. So we don't need the lateness anymore. Let's go over here and open the object builder. That might happen because you know who made this game, you know how good this game works, and you know the quality of the game, right? So you need to restart DayZ Tools if that happened. Go to the object builder again. Here we go. And you can customize it the way you want it right over here into the options. Yeah. Turn on the view background LOD, view background LOD over here too. Path for the textures, put p dot and slash just like I did. And what else? Background color. I suggest using green because green is the color that makes you not angry, and you're going to be angry when you're doing that. And also don't forget to, I think that's it. Okay. And also green color makes it easier to see the yellow color as the background instead of white. So let's open this file over here. As you can see, we have a knife over here. Wow, what a great knife. And I forgot all the keys. How do I rotate it? Okay, I need time to remember, sorry. So it's Alt and right click. You can rotate your camera over here. So what are those things? Those are LODs, level of details. The higher distance, the lower details, just to save your FPS, right? So as you can see over here, let's use this one. And don't forget to turn on the Direct 3D to use your graphics card. And you see, as you can see, there is a lot of difference over here. By hitting plus on your numpad, you can go even closer. We don't have any rips over here, but if we go to the first one, or even view pilot, which is the highest one, you can see it. So what are we going to do? We are going to delete everything on the second, not the first, the second LOD by Control A, pressing Control A and delete. Now we are going to open another one object builder over here and file and import FBX, and I forgot to put the model over here. Let's go to our knife, put all our textures right over here, and let's go back, source, and here we go. There is our object file. Import object file over here, and master scale, it might be a tricky one. So let's wait. I guess that was too big or too small. Where is it? It's too small. Okay. Let's do that again then. Control Z. Import object file untitled. And I don't know, let's make it this. No, this one. Too small again, okay. Wait, is it like I'm not sure it's knife. File import. Yeah, it's not knife even. Okay, I'm sorry. That was my work later. Here we go. It's still small, but I can scale it by holding Control Shift and right click and going up. Here we go. So next thing is we need to copy it. Control C. Let's go to our to our combat knife model. Put it right over here. Now we're going to scale it so it's like the same size, and let's see it from the 2D perspective to rotate it the way we should. 90 degrees. No, it should be minus 90 degrees. Here we go. And smaller. Even smaller. Even smaller. We wanted to create this knife like it's a little bit shorter and everything like that. So here we go. Smaller knife. Smaller model. Okay, here we go. The cutting edge should be like this, because the main thing is here is to make it look good in your hands. And maybe it is, oh shit, it is even cooler if we are going to tilt it a little bit like this. Yeah, I think it will be cooler looking knife, since it's just a common knife, right? It's not for crafting or something. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to work with this model right now. Next thing, we need to create the textures for it. We already have some photos over here, and select all of them and put in your Photoshop or any program you use. Agree on everything. And I don't need this one anymore. So this is base color, ambient occlusion. Let's just put right on our texture. Don't mind, this is my cat eating. As you can see, it starts to look already much better. Sorry. If you're happy with the results, I use multiplier over here. Press Ctrl Shift E to merge it, and we might need this later. Metallic, we don't need it. It doesn't have anything over here. And roughness, yeah. Copy that. Let's go back over here and use multiplier again. No, let's use something else. Take a look. Does it look better or not? All of the textures should be a little bit more darker than you want to see them because of how light works in the DayZ. So it is a great one. So let's save it. This is our base color now. And save it as PNG. Okay, close it. No, don't close it. Don't close it. Ambient occlusion. Let's save it as AO, ambient occlusion. We might need it. Close it. Now this is, we can just rename it. And we don't need this one anymore, but we need this base color thing. So delete, yeah, delete, yeah. So and this is like knife and OHQ. Don't forget to name it this way. So now we're going to create the SMDI. It is the file that tells computer how to reflect light from your item. This is how it will look in the end, but we can see that there is no red color, no red channel, I mean, but there is green and blue. So let's start with the blue. Let's go to our Photoshop channels, blue channel, and we need to try to match how it looks like over here. Okay. It's really hard to see because I have only one screen as well as you, but that's enough. Okay, press Ctrl L to go to the. Now I think we need to invert first and go Ctrl L. Just drag it like over here, maybe. Maybe over here. I'm looking at the steel right now, not to the on the grip, because we don't have like rubber grip or something, right? So I'm trying to match them. Okay, great. Let's go to the green channel. Oh no, don't tell me. I'm sorry, I forgot to do one thing. Let's go back in the time. And we need to go black and white first. Control Shift P. No. Control Shift Alt P. No. Control Shift Alt P. No. Okay. It's already in what? Black and white? I guess that's why we can't. Ah, no, that's because I've chosen the. Okay. Alt Shift Control B. Control Shift Alt P. Let's go. Black and white. It might look it hasn't changed anything, but it has. So it was something like this, isn't it? Oh damn. Yeah, around it. That's fine. Green channel. Same story. You might not want to copy it like I'm doing over here. It is fine if you don't do it all the way like in the original, because you might use another steel that reflects light another way. So that's fine. And red channel, forget about it. It doesn't exist. Okay, that's fine. So now we're going to save it as knife smdi.png. Let's go back over here and open the how do you call it, the text view. Put the SMD over here and file save as saving as SMDI. How does it understand that we are saving SMDI? The underscore SMDI tells the program. And I forgot where I saved it. I'm sorry. No, it should be over here. Yeah, it's over here. Made it. And that's how our SMDI looks like. That's fine. That's a good one, I think, because we have like a yellow, orange on the edge where it should shine and reflect more light. So next thing, we need to save the base color. And look, we don't have any transparency over here. So we don't need to save it as CO or CA or something. It doesn't do anything unless you have transparency. So just press enter and save. Great. Now ambient occlusion. Now now we have to create the ambient occlusion underscore and save it, because it will change it too. It will turn it into the pink, right? if we did everything right. No, we did everything wrong. Delete and rename it over here. Now, rename it over here by pressing K, end of the occlusion. Put it right here and save as. Wait, let me check first. It should be AO, right? SMD AS. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's celebrate and save some files. That was a joke, and you might not understand it. Okay, here we go. It's a pink one. Now, great. We have all the textures we need, except the normal map. So let's create a normal map too. Great. I bet we already have done it. So let's go to the material of our knife over here and find the SMDA texture on the stage 5. Right click shift right click, copy as path, put it right over here. Delete the P drive. Now we're going to use the normal map the same way. Over here, replace it. And the ambient occlusion. Yeah, let's use it, even that the creators of the DayZ Standalone don't use it. Let's use it. We can turn it off anyways if something goes wrong. Okay. So damage. Now just copy the path over here that you have already pasted and put it right over here. We don't need to rename the materials because they lay down into another one folder. So that's why I just K and another name for, when I will create another knife, I will name the files K again because it stands for the knife. And they lay down in different folders. I don't need to name it exactly what it is. I understand it from the folders. Now the same thing for assembly. If it's asked, yeah, it asks, so we do. Oh shit. Like this. Copy, paste over here. So this one, MC, stands for micro details and everything like that. So don't touch it because they have damage. Micro details, I mean, for metal, for knives and everything like that. So don't touch it. We don't want to use it. Great. And let's go to our P3D over here. Control A, select everything. Press this triangle. I'm already tired. And put our texture right here. Our base color. And material, basic material over here. Now press Ctrl A, go to this Zbytek. Zbytek on Czech, it means everything that left after something. So if you ate your burger only half, the half that you haven't eaten will be Zbytek. Redefine. We'll see why later. Now Ctrl A, copy and paste everywhere. because we are done with that. And view palette too. Now we want to optimize it so it doesn't make the performance slow on your server, or actually in your game, because server doesn't have any of the graphics card. It doesn't have any of video card. It doesn't have NVIDIA RTX 370 or something. It has only CPU. Your server has no viewport, so your server doesn't give a single one about how many polygons your items have. So don't bother other people or yourself with nonsense that I can't put this on my server because it has a lot of polygons and my server will lag. No, your server will not lag, but your clients, your players that have a screen on the with graphics card, they will be lagging. Okay, it will drop the performance. The server doesn't give a single one about the performance that can be affected by how many polygons it has. So how many polygons? 3000. Great, that's a low amount. And let's go to the second one over here. And let's just make it a little bit less detailed. Like that. To the third one again. Let's make it 2 times. Maybe even 3000 polygons, it's not that much, but let's do it again anyways. And over here, even more. Turn on this and you can see the details over here. How many polygons? 300. That's like a low number. Okay, save. Go to the geometry now. And there is a component 1. It should be, yeah, it's fine. Memory. Bounding box. Yeah, it's fine. The bounding box tells computer how it will look like in the inventory. So let's make it a little bit smaller, okay? Oh shit. Let's just use this one instead. No, I'm gonna put it like this. Yeah, here we go. View geometry, I will leave it the same way because I don't want people to look exactly at the knife to pick it up. It will be fine if they look a little bit away from it. In fire geometry, that's where you should hit with the bullet to damage it. So let's make it right in the model. It doesn't need to be detailed, don't worry. Otherwise it will be actually bad for the clients and already the server, I guess. Maybe for the server. Okay. The in view is the camera will be over here looking from, let me show you. It will look like this on the item in the inventory. Okay. Melee, range, start and end. We need to, okay, come on. We need to, okay, that's fine. And the end, we need to put right over here. No, a little bit smaller, a little bit, not like this. And yeah, everything is fine over here. Great. So the reason why we have first created the textures is that we have copied the textured version everywhere and we don't need to texture it again like 5 times. We've done this only once and we have textures over here right there. So almost done. Almost done. Let's go to the config now. Okay, come on. Right over here. Tactical knife, yep. So now we're going to paste our materials right here. So copy that, paste it right here. This is the health pool. When it's about 100% or 69% of its health, it will be look pristine. Once it's 50%, it will be look damaged. And that part is really annoying to paste it, and paste it. But if you're new to that, you will really like the results of your work, and for some time you will like to create mods for DayZ Standalone. Actually, for me, I'm already fed up with that. And the interesting part here is that, for example, the knife destruct, like it's destroyed, you can put it right into the damage sector, so it will be look destroyed, but you will be able to use it. Okay, so just for interesting purpose, for experiment, let's put it right over here. And I really like to make it look like this because it makes it a little bit interesting for the players. Great, we're done over here, but we're not done with the model over here because we need to go to our knives folder and copy the name of our model and put it into the model config right over here like that. That's it. Spedec, you remember that? Why that? Because we want to apply the textures and materials for our knife not only by P3D by a model, but also by a game. And this way, if we redefine it and we have some sort of selection in our 3D model over here, here is the selection. We can create another one. Let's create another one and call it blade. And we are going to select only the, can we try to select, no. Okay, only, for example, this part of the blade, and we're going to redefine it. Now, after that, we are going to be able to use different materials and textures only by using the selection. But it's not for that particular tutorial video, okay? Because it is already a little bit more difficult, and not in this video, okay? It will take more time. But in short, we will be just creating like this class MVP combat knife, for example, white, base of MVP combat knife, right over here, hidden. No, I forgot the brackets. Wait, right over here, hidden selection materials, and paste the path over here, just like over here. So we are going to paste the path. Now the next thing we're going to put is hidden selection texture and material. I think it's like that. Don't really remember. And again, path. And don't forget to put over here hidden selection. And we're going to name it as beta. Let's actually make part of this walk right over here. And for that, I'm going to take a look at the delta key here and go to the, for example, this. and hidden selections over here. Not selection, but hidden selections. And we have our synthetic. Okay. And okay, let's do the whole work, right? And let's find another one. Hidden selection textures over here. Sculpt 2, yeah, don't forget about it. Yeah, like this. So, and let's delete the texture. And write, I don't know, 1? Yeah, so it will not find it anyways. Um, for what reason? You will see that it will go otherwise blank white, or it will stay with the same texture because it hasn't found it anyways. Okay, great, save it. Now another thing, if you want to use the selections to paint to apply textures and materials, you need to delete the materials and textures right over here. Right over here. It must be blank because it will be applying it through the config. But since we are not going to do that, we don't have any other textures, right? We're going to leave it like this. But if you want to, you can do it the way I told you. Okay, I think we are already done here. And with how many time? How much time? Almost an hour. But once you train and you understand what you're doing, you will be able to simply do it like under 30 minutes, maybe even under 20 minutes by clicking wow, 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 and you're done. Okay, next thing, item builder. Choose your mod folder right over here. You need to paste it right inside of your game where all the DayZ standalone mods are. For example, let's go here, start the game, mods, add new mod, go to the workshop, create new folder called melee weapons back. Over here, add-ons, go inside, choose this. Yeah, I know there is nothing yet, but we are going to put something inside of it. Where is it? Over here. Add-ons, okay, packet. You can binarize all the textures. It will take more time, but if you don't want to, it is okay. Because people who want to steal mod, they will do it anyways. So you can save your time by not binarizing all textures. Like easiest thing to steal. Okay, now let's add local mod again. This one, and here we go. Turn it on. I don't want to have template islands. I don't want to make metro mods anymore. DayZ editor, no, not this time. Other items, not this time. Not making maps. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, great, 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 great. I'll pause it. Okay. Let's wait a little bit. let's find that we have black and white screen. If we go from free camera to back to the first person, we will be able to see the colors. But I don't. I forgot to how to look at that. Wait, I forgot how to do it. Anyways, we don't need it. Our inventory is colorful, so let's spawn our knife. MVP combat knife. Here we go. I don't see that. That's a huge problem. I don't like it. So we don't see the knife here, right? But it is inside of the game. We need to put it inside of our arm. Yeah, of course. I forgot one thing to do. So I'm sorry for that. That's a common mistake for me. Let's close our game. Don't cry. Don't panic. Everything is fine. As you can see, as you saw, the animation was not for a knife. It was for some sort of item. So let's go over here. That's happened because we basically created some sort of inventory item. So it's just a regular item that does nothing. But we want to create a knife. So let's base our knife off already existing knife. So we will take all the properties that combat knife from DayZ Standalone already has, and also it will take its what? Yes, it will take its animations, the most important thing. And we need to have over here combat knife class as a parent. So it will work now with okay, and don't forget to put the model into the melee weapon over here, but I think we have already done this. Yeah. Okay, now save and run the game again. I will pause the video, okay? It is already 1 hour. Okay, so let's make it another way. Basically, do all the items like I show you right now. So base it off some sort of item, then create a basing of some sort of item with the properties that will be overridden from this knife. For example, this is a combat knife and it has a display name as combat knife. But we are overriding its properties with a tactical knife you see and so on, right? Description, everything like that. Then create a new item called, for example, combat knife but not base, and base it off combat knife base over here. Make scope 2, and for the base items make scope 0. 0 means you can't find it, and 2 means you can find it inside of the admin panel. Now, inside of the base, don't forget to put the hidden selections and make hidden selection textures over here. It will put a texture right on your knife, and also let's make a hidden selection materials, right? But where I can find materials? Give me a second. So something like this, hidden selection materials, and after that you will be able to change the texture and material depending on which sort of knife you have based on this model. For example, we can create another one, class, I don't know, MVP combat knife red, and put red texture over it, right? For example, and I see that's combat knife. Okay, let's go to our game right now because I found one mistake I wanted to show you. So here we go. This is our knife, but as you can see, it's like transparent, but only from one side. That's because our normals on our model are turned to our to other directions. So to fix that, we need to go to our 3D model, press Ctrl A and W. Here we go. That's simple. But how to spot this mistake without running the game? Just go close to it into the 3D view and you will be able to see that. So invert it. That happens sometimes when you rotate the item. So that I think that's what happened over here. Okay, we've lost our optimization because of this. Oh, but you have seen how to make it anyways. And so our knife looks like this right now. And it has a material already. It just looks like transparent one. Okay. Let's close the game. And I hope that's the last mistake over here. Okay, game closed. Backing. Okay. And let's start the game. Okay. Let's spawn our knife now. MVP combat knife. Here we go. That's how it looks like. And let's go back over here. I'll show you one thing. So, just to be clear, we don't see config combat knife base config or item, I mean, because scope is 0. But we do see the MVP combat knife because scope is 2. And it has all the properties of this one, while this one is having all the properties of this one item, of this item, because it is based of it, okay? Okay, let's go another thing that I need to show you. Over here, if we go closer, we can see that something is a little bit wrong with the, how do you call it? With the teeth of the knife. Now, what happened here is actually when we were trying to make it a little bit more optimized for our game, we have destroyed some of the normals of our model by pressing Ctrl A and selecting to merge some of the points, right? Now this is a common thing. If that happens, you need to go back in the time, pressing Ctrl Z, and trying to optimize the model in the places where that doesn't happen. For example, how we can do that? Let's go to the 2D view and turn off, I don't know, turn off this, what this faces. Let's turn off the faces, and we can, for example, optimize only this part of our model over here, merge near, but while this one will be still intact, right? I'm not going to do that again because all you need to do is is you need to delete it. You need to go over here, copy your knife again, put it right over here, and that will be it, because now you have like a new 3D model straight out from shop. And another thing you need to do is to redefine it on SPEDEC. Now save. Now you have all the textures applied with the config right over here, because we are applying with the selection, and selection is stated right over here. You can name it actually a color, for example, but if you want to name it other way, you need to state it right. Oh no, wait. You need to state it right over here. It must be color, for example, too, and it must be color over here. Okay, so this is how knife looks like. If we gonna take it into the arms, we can see it. And let's find someone to kill. No, let's just spawn. You can make it less shiny if you want to. I'll tell you how. So let's take a look at our SMDI texture right over here. As you can see, it shines, right? It reflects a lot of light. If you want to make it less, you need to make the outer result look more red and look more purple even more. If you put a whole red, pure red rectangle over here, it will not reflect any light. It will be like a matte one, right? It will be matte, right? Yeah. So it's just about your taste, or how it should look like, you think. Here we go. And the charge attack. Here we go. I guess it will be, yeah, some more few punches, and remember I can teleport, right? Somehow, wait, yeah, H. Here is it. Here we go. Let's fight a little bit. Okay, I'm done over here. Don't go with the knife on 5 zombies, I guess. Anyways, we will go conscious, and I want to show you how different materials work. For that, we need to shoot this knife. And we need to wake up. Here we go. Actually, I can just go here, offline, and put my shock up to 100. Or this number. And get away from here as quickly as we can. With the jets, of course. Okay, that's fine. Let's heal ourselves. I'm just gonna be. Ah, here we go. Okay. Great. So, let's shoot our knife. Oh, okay. We need to spawn it again because I fell unconscious and I've lost it. Okay, let's take a look at our knife first and shoot it. Is it? Wait. Fuck off. Okay, how do I reload? Okay, standard one. I used to reload on my mouse, that's why I'm checking. Okay, here we go. As we can see, it's now damaged. Fuck off. And the same thing goes for combat knife from vanilla. Looks same, except it has some of the blood. Well, we don't have. We have some sort of rust. Okay. So this is it for this video. Stay safe. This is it for this video. As you can see, all the materials are working. The change of the materials based on the health pool of our knife are working too. Another thing I'm going to show you right now actually is how to make it less, because I don't really like how shiny it is. You can just go over here, create a new layer if you're a lazy one. I already have red color over here. Put it right over here and make it like maybe this. It will make it, or I'm sorry, it will make it less shiny. If you want even more, like this, like this, like this, up to 100%. So it's going to be matte. Depends on which material do you want to replicate with your modification, with your item. So this is it. Thank you for attention. Hope you succeed in creating your modifications for DayZ Standalone, and if something doesn't work, you can go cry in your room in the corner, or you can write question in the comment section and I will answer it when I will be online.